Hey everyone, so here we are, November 25th, beautiful morning here. Well, it's actually about 11 o'clock on Lake St. Francis. Me and my buddy Aaron are out here to obviously put one last day of fishing in. This is officially, I know I've said it a few times to myself and my girlfriend, but this is actually the last day of fishing. The boat's going to go into storage after. I'm sure a bunch of you are sure we're going to be going for these big, beautiful bronze backs of Lake St. Francis, but that's not the case today. We're going for largemouth. I came out here about 2 weeks ago. I was fishing with a buddy of mine, Randolph, and Nick, and we went to this area that we found in the summer that just seems like kind of an all-year deal. There's a spawning bay in the back, there's deep water in the front, there's reed beds, there's lily pads, there's everything, and it just seems perfect for fall, winter pattern largemouth. So we went out there and we didn't catch any, but we actually dropped 3 of them, one of them being like a 2.5 pounder right near the boat. So I'm out here again to give it a shot. I'm sure they're there. I've heard stories of people catching largemouth all the way into December. Everybody fishes for smallmouth on Lake St. Francis, but there are some King Kong largemouth out here. So to give you guys an idea of what we're doing, the theme this year, or this fall, I've been always saying is stay out of the current. So this area is kind of like a gully that's kind of like a channel that has no current in it, but it's got like 14-15 feet of water with 2 weed lines that come up on the side with like lily pads and weed beds and mats. So we're going to start off fishing shallow and flipping all morning long, and then work our way into the weed lines, and hopefully we can put some good fish in the boat. If we can get some good footage, we're going to show you guys some good footage. We're going to show you the lures, the techniques. We're going to do a bit of Carolina rigging and basically flipping and pitching. And then if it doesn't go well, we obviously want to catch a fish by the end of our trip, so we're going to go for some smallies. But if it goes well, we're going to hopefully hammer some largemouth and show you guys some good footage at the end of the day. So hope you guys enjoyed, and maybe this will get you guys out next fall for some late season largemouth. Alright everybody, so we come to the end of our day for an attempt at some end of November, basically winter pattern largemouth. And unfortunately fishing's not always really easy in the way we planned it out to be, so fishing was actually very tough today. We started off fishing for largemouth on weed drops, like I mentioned, that I figure are going to be wintering spots, pretty much wintering spots. Now the water was 43 degrees. So I thought it was going to be a little colder today, but when we were fishing for largemouth, actually, it was about 41 and a half. The end of the day finished off at about 43, but we didn't get anything, unfortunately, largemouth-wise. We saw one real big northern pike in between 10 to 15 pounds feeding in 2-3 feet of water, and we saw a sunfish as well as a bowfin, all in the same area. So we knew that there should be fish. There's life in that area. If they're there, there's obviously food there, and we didn't put enough time in. It's a new technique for us to come late November, beginning of December largemouth fishing, but it didn't work out. So we're going to keep trying. We're going to put it down in our logbooks, and hopefully, next year be able to change some things around and get some fish at this time of year. Obviously, it's our last day of fishing, so we decided to scramble with an hour left. Ugly east wind today, not the most beautiful day to come fishing. We went for smallmouth on a shallow, 5 to 12 foot deep flat that is outside the current, and we only boated 2 fish today. Really, I'll show them to you in a second. Really nothing special. One of them being like 3 1/4, 3 1/2. The other one's probably about 2 pounds. But that's fishing. It's not always easy, and especially at this time of the year, we're almost past fall pattern, getting into winter pattern. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this year. I know we've already said this. I said it was going to be our last day fishing, but we're back out here for one more day. We had a really good time doing it this year. I know we're going to have a lot of neat stuff. We got some new sponsors like Dumpsters that signed on. Some real cool stuff coming from Tamamat, Nuvatech, Clearpoint Direct, and a lot of our major sponsors, Hummingbird, St. Croix, Incotel GH, Service Shimano Pêche. So there's going to be a lot of interesting sponsor videos, some tip techniques, and we're going to do a bunch of segments on how to go about getting sponsors, whether it be fishing sponsors or non-endemic sponsors that help you pay for the bills. So at the end of the day, it's fishing. We had a great time, and hopefully next year is going to be a big year. We're not sure what's going on, but stay tuned. There's going to be a lot of interesting